Average payout for a slip and fall case. Slip and fall accidents, in the best case scenario, can be an inconvenience or a cause for embarrassment. In a worst case scenario, a slip and fall case accident can result in a person suffering from serious injuries and even in a wrongful death. An accident can bring unforeseen circumstances to the injured party. If the accident resulted in a serious injury, they may be subject to medical bills, pain and suffering, missed opportunities, lost wages, and permanent disability. In case of wrongful death, the family may be facing the loss of a breadwinner, aside from the grief they are experiencing. How premises liability is established and how it affects slip and fall cases. Slip and fall accidents often involve negligence, often on the part of the property owner or property manager who has neglected to perform their duty, or part of it, to keep the premises safe for visitors. Premises liability holds property owners and managers accountable for injuries suffered by visitors on their property as a result of not exercising ordinary care to maintain its safety. Property owners and managers, both private and public, have a responsibility to minimize the risk of accidents and ensure that unsafe conditions are attended to and fixed to a reasonable degree. Premises liability can be established by proving the following elements: that there is an unsafe condition on the property that presented an unreasonable risk of accidents, that the property owner or manager, with ordinary care, knew or should have known about the condition and the risk it presented, that the property owner or manager, within reason, could have expected that visitors to the property would not be able to realize the danger and would not be able to protect themselves against it without prior knowledge of the risk. That the property owner or manager acted negligently through committing an act or through the omission of an act that could have prevented the risk or mitigated it. That the victim was injured as a result of the dangerous condition. That the negligent actions or non-actions are the proximate cause of the victim's injury. What is the average payout for a slip and fall case? Average slip and fall settlements in Illinois can range anywhere from $10,000 to $50,000. Compensation amounts can vary and depend heavily on the individual circumstances of each case. There is a common misconception that slip and fall accidents fall under the category of cases that are easier to settle. However, there are a lot of aggravating and mitigating factors that must be considered in the calculation of damages the negligent party is required to pay. The severity of the plaintiff's injury can be a great factor in determining compensation, but this does not mean that individuals who suffered from minimal injuries should disregard them. Injuries, regardless of the severity, can adversely affect a person's quality of life and hinder them from going back to work or otherwise enjoying activities they used to enjoy before their accident. Common types of injuries in a slip and fall case include the following: head and traumatic brain injuries, spinal and spinal cord injuries, broken bones and fractures, neck and back injuries, soft tissue injuries and contusions, cuts and abrasions, wrongful death. Types of compensatory damages in a slip and fall case. In slip and fall cases, there can be two kinds of compensatory damages that may be considered in the calculation: economic and non-economic damages. Economic damages. Economic damages refer to damages that are easily quantifiable and tangible. The value of economic damages is consistent regardless of the party evaluating them. The following fall under economic damages. Medical expenses. Medical expenses for services that have been rendered to help the injured party reach the threshold of maximum medical improvement. Out-of-pocket expenses. Expenses such as transportation to and from doctor visits and medication. Commonly, these are expenses incurred only because of the injury. Lost wages and future earnings, wages that the injured party has not been able to collect due to missing work as a result of their injuries. In instances where the injury caused a disability, future wages can also be included in the calculation. Punitive damages, usually imposed when the court finds that the defendant exhibited gross negligence that contributed to the accident. Non-economic damages. Often referred to as pain and suffering damages, non-economic damages are not as easy to calculate compared to economic damages and can therefore be more subjective. Non-economic damages can include the following: physical pain and suffering damages, compensation for physical discomfort experienced by the injured party. Emotional and psychological damages, compensation for anguish and emotional distress. This may include damages for the loss of enjoyment of life due to the injury. Loss of self-esteem damages, compensation for loss of self-esteem due to disfigurement. Loss of consortium. In cases of wrongful death due to a slip and fall, compensation for the deprivation of the fellowship between spouses and the benefits of a family relationship. The state of Illinois does not impose a cap on the damages a person can receive in a personal injury case such as a slip and fall. However, the court would only consider a reasonable award in compensation for the damages incurred. Cases are also subject to scrutiny to ensure adherence to the law. It is important to seek the assistance of a seasoned lawyer who can help you understand your rights and advocate for your best interests. At the Law Office of M. Andrew Hamilton, PC, our team of skilled legal professionals carefully investigate the circumstances of each case. We take into account the possible long-term consequences of slip and fall injuries and consult industry professionals to determine the maximum compensation possible. Accidents caused by another person's negligence can be a significant inconvenience, even more so if the accident causes injuries. If you or your loved one has been injured in such an accident, we may be able to help. We can assist in holding the negligent party accountable and provide you with compassionate and tailored legal assistance. Our practice is dedicated to assisting our clients in recovering the compensation they deserve for their injuries and the pain and suffering they have been through, regardless of the size of the case. Contact us today at 312-999-7890 to schedule a complimentary consultation.